Nintendo has always had a special place in my heart. The Nintendo Switch is my favourite console I've ever owned, and even with previous consoles, I have enjoyed every single other game I've bought for it. Never been disappointed, sticker star or not. I was and still am a kid, so the games I owned were the only ones I had. I often couldn't buy the latest releases, and so I made the most of every game. I figured you should know that before we get into this video. Super Mario 3D All-Stars is a game celebrating Super Mario's 35th anniversary. It contains 3 games that before this point I had never touched: Super Mario 64, Super Mario Sunshine, and Super Mario Galaxy. I had played Super Mario 64 DS, but never the original experience. I was thrilled to hear that this collection would be coming out so I could finally have the chance to play these prolific titles. However, there was one massive drawback. This game would be a limited time offer and wouldn't be sold after March 31st of 2021, the day this video comes out. Well, that's fine, as long as the game is worth it, has some cool incentives to buy it, and still be available for people in the eShop. Oh boy, how wrong we were. As I previously stated, I had never played these games before, which is the only reason why I bought this collection. This was a good deal for me, since it was cheaper than finding copies of each game, along with the Nintendo 64 and GameCube. For £60, this was a good deal for me personally. However, other game collections such as the Kirby Dreams Collection, Sonic Dreams Collection, and multiple Mega Man collections all sell for under 40 quid or under. And some of these had good reason to be limited release, with goodies and collectibles for the time they were available, such as art books, figures, and let's not even get started on the contents. Look at the theming of these menus, how each one of them is themed around each franchise, the extras, bonus features, and tons of other features to make the game feel like a celebration of the franchise. I'm afraid to admit it, but the Henry Stickmin collection is doing a better job than this. 3D All-Stars retails for a higher price than most of these and doesn't even have anything special to make it limited release. And the port jobs? Let's talk about the port jobs. Lack of widescreen for 64, no resolution improvements, and 64 and Sunshine are being emulated. Which isn't necessarily bad until you realise that Nintendo really likes to shut down any site or system that aims to touch their older titles. Smash Bros. Melee, anyone? And the controls, oh lord, give me strength. 64 is fine, it controls how you'd expect, even if there's a load of bullshit left over from the original game. Sunshine, I have heard horror stories of how the Switch controls suck the life out of the experience, and I personally don't think they're as horrible as people made them out to be because I have no clue what they were like before. But the real kicker is not even being compatible with a GameCube controller. Super Mario Sunshine, a game for the Nintendo GameCube, not even compatible with the f***ing GameCube controller. Now this is one that pained me personally the most. Galaxy is the best experienced with 2 separate Joy-Cons in my opinion, since it gives you the closest feeling to using a Wii Remote and Nunchuck. Now I have Joy-Con drift on my left Joy-Con and it is hell. Most games become unplayable in this state, which is why I was very grateful to receive a Pro Controller, so my life was made a little easier. Until I realised how ungodly comfortable it was to play Galaxy this way. Look at this and tell me it's a natural method of play. No, you can't, because it's not. I don't want this video to become an essay on why Nintendo has to act on the Joy-Con drift issue, but it is a problem that I and many others have experienced and have significantly hurt our experiences with the console. This just isn't fun. A lot of stuff about this issue isn't fun. Okay, I've been blabbering on about a lot of stuff that isn't right about this collection. Is there anything I do like? Well, the games. Half-assed port or not, these are still some of the most revolutionary games in history. Some of the purest Mario experiences. 64 has certainly aged with a lot of unfair elements, but the charm of freerunning with Mario is still there and it's got a fun gameplay loop. Sunshine takes that free platform experience and takes it up to the next level. Everything feels so fluid, and Flood is by far one of the greatest extensions to Mario's core kit. I didn't finish the game because I got to a point where it felt unfair and not fun. And Galaxy is easily the best in this entire collection. Easy to master controls, a swelling soundtrack, and the most solid and focused gameplay and story. If it weren't for the control issues, I would easily return to this one again and again. But these are all praises about the games at their core. Nothing about the collection adds to them in a highly beneficial way. Nintendo refused to include the bare minimum because they knew the game would fly off of shelves if they made it a limited release. Now, I thought I'd get some other opinions in this video to share some thoughts that people had about the game and to give you a break from my terrible rambling. Over to you guys.
Hello there, the name's Josh, and Super Mario 64 is always a classic, with great levels, great challenges, and aside from that god-awful camera, great controls! Each painting is a new little playground that always has you coming back to find more secrets and figure out how to get to the next star. Great game. From there, we Solongi Bowser ourselves into Sunshine. Delfino Plaza is a grand hub world to jump around and explore, but a couple of select levels here and there still haunt me to this day. Finally, we have Galaxy. I'm probably gonna get a lot of hate for this, but I really don't think it fits alongside the first two. Now, don't get me wrong, I definitely enjoyed it. It's got some neat gimmicks and intuitive controls, but Galaxy doesn't have that feel of an actual sandbox game. Probably because it isn't one. What? Who said that? But overall, I give all three games an 8 out of 10 collectively. They're definitely good enough to be remaining on shelves. Why do you do this to us, Nintendo? Why do you do this in general? You're just losing money for no reason. Nintendo... Joy-Con drift is still a thing, too, by the way, but that's not the main topic here. There's no reason to take 3D All-Stars off the shelves. Please don't. Thanks.
So, Super Mario 3D All-Stars. I'm gonna give my opinion about it. Super Mario 3D All-Stars is all about one of the best-selling Nintendo games out there. And honestly, in my opinion, I love it so much. Especially Mario Galaxy. I liked Super Mario Galaxy 2, which came out for the Wii, but I never had the first Galaxy game on my hands until I got Super Mario 3D All-Stars. And I've loved it. Ever since I've got the game, I enjoyed it before I even got Smash Ultimate. In my personal opinion, I find it really, really cool. It's just... sometimes the other games, the controls are very, very sensitive, but with Galaxy's controls, it's so relaxed. It's just like a relaxing game, unless you die multiple times, and that's a different story.
Hi, so I'm Danny03, I'm a friend of Adam's, and my personal opinion on the new Mario 3D All-Stars game is it's amazing. Like, coming from someone that's never played like Super Mario 64, Nintendo 64, or Super Mario Sunshine, my first time playing them has been I've loved it. I've loved it from the start, and I continue to play those games. Mario Galaxy I do have a lot of experience with. I've done numerous streams on Mario Galaxy, and I have, I've played it on the Wii. And I don't think there's any difference between playing it on the Wii and playing it on the Switch. Well, maybe there is like a little, like with the motion capture of the Joy-Con, I would say that's a bit like kinda awkward. But other than that, like seriously, the game is amazing. They've completely they've made it so like well made for the Switch for like, would you call it I would call this a remaster personally. I would say this is perfect. The HD on it's amazing, even for Mario 64 and Super Mario Sunshine. The HD is out of this world, especially for a game that was made in like the 1990s and like 2002. I would definitely give this a big recommend from me personally. And yeah, so that's been me.
Hello all, I'm PirateGameS, Adam's less animated, more English friend. Today, I'll be focusing most of my attention to one of the three games in the Super Mario 3D All-Stars collection, being... got to prepare my Mario voice. Super Mario Sunshine! Yahoo! For many people, Sunshine is top 3 in the 3D Mario games, if not top 1. Even myself believes that Sunshine is the best Mario game ever. So when a fully dedicated Nintendo Mario Direct popped up, I was very happy to know the rumours of the 3D collection were real and I could finally play Mario Sunshine, Mario Galaxy, and Mario 64 portably on my Nintendo Switch. The game was designed for the GameCube controller, similar to how Mario 64 was designed for the N64 controller. So when a Switch came out, I did what any sane person would do and wake up at 6 AM to be at the game store for 8 AM after travelling on a bus and a tram just to sit outside for 40 minutes to wait for the shop to open. After I got the game, I handed over my £60. Like an impatient little child, I went home, ripped the box open, and turned it on. I didn't like it. Yeah, the menu kind of killed the hype to begin with. Usually with a Kirby or a Sonic collection, or even a 2D Mario collection, the menu had a theme, it had amazing artwork, amazing music that played, it had an overall ambiance that just the 3D collection just didn't grab me with. It was quite basic, it was quite boring, plain. The touch of different music playing each time you opened it was a nice touch, but I just wanted a bit more for how much money I paid for this game. So, I booted up Sunshine. The music began. I was buzzing, so excited when I heard the bam bam bam. The intro began. Toadsworth being all there, handsome, looking fine as ever. But something was off. Something didn't seem right. I wasn't too sure. No GameCube pad support, which was ridiculous. The GameCube games need the GameCube support, and we just did not get that. No update on graphics, the frame rate dips, zoomed in cutscenes, awful controls. I hated the controls. And to think this game was so much money, it felt rushed, it felt lazy. I got to Bianco Hills and streamed it all Paragamers on Twitch. It wasn't fun, I didn't enjoy it, it felt clunky. I forced myself to play the game, but after Rico Harbour, I stopped streaming it and played it on my own time. Still, it was meh. It was meh. I had some fun in some areas, but the overall experience was belittled by the initial release of the GameCube's version of Super Mario Sunshine, and I was super disappointed. The fact that after March 31st the game is gone forever is quite sleazy. I don't particularly like that marketing practice. And the day after, on April 1st, I really am not looking forward to seeing on eBay copies of the game going for £200, £300, which is definitely what's going to happen, knowing scalpers. I love Mario, and after the sour taste in my mouth, after the full experience, I'm glad 3D World was as good as it is.
Well, it seems some of those were far more positive than what I had to say. A big thanks to my friends who recorded their little segment. I'll link their stuff in the description below. But anyway, 3D All-Stars to me is pretty much all that's wrong with game companies in recent times. Being one of the richest companies in Japan, you'd think they would have cared about this just a little more.
Now seeing what they're doing with Zelda and Skyward Sword, who knows what they think they can get away with now.
As a wise YouTube commenter once said, it's a collection of great games, not a great collection of games.